Real Hip Hop Heads Radio Live. This is what it's all about. Real Hip Hop Heads Radio Live.
Hey, you can smoke a spliff with a clip, but there's still no mountain high enough or wide enough to touch the naughty, nappy, nasty nigga, the nasty, trashy, whole happy pappy. That's happy to be nappy. Me and Ben Rock went spots in flocks and groups and troops with timber boots and jail suits. That's how I roll with my head through dope. When the wheel I got, and competition ain't dope. Beat you, break you, broke you, smoke you, take you, send you to your little group on mute. Sooner or later, you wanna flip, tell them full, send me half with a dip. And all that other ringling brother shit. Sporty, naughty, hop by, greater than HOI shit. Slam the flim, blam, and then jam. You can run, but you can't hide, you can't go far. No matter where you go, there you are. There you are. Roll, smash, break, smash, roll, smash. Here we go, yo, hit a nigga, kill a nigga, we'll come back. See a sucker, stretch a sucker, guard your naps. Cause it wasn't enough to tell a black man rap. See a 40 sucker, 40, guess who's back? You chillin' with a titty feelin' villain. Step into the puny, pretty punks, catch feelings. I have so many guts, call me gutter on the bread and butter pump. Motherfucker, South cutter, walking from the gutter. Brand new steady, heavy as a Chevy. Ready for the bitty Betty, I'm pretty ready. Place your bet on a vet, the 3-man threat. What you see is what you get. Right, smash, roll, smash, right, smash, roll, smash. Coming around the corner with my uptown bunch. I bet your bottom dollar that your bottom buck chumps. Give it up, it's a juice thing. I'm stepping for the rep bit, wrecking all the rest in. Weapon testing on who's stepping. Ain't a bluff, but it ain't enough for the rugged rough stuff. Nigga, if you're tough, knuckle up. I cut your ass like class, then blast you by the trash. After I laugh, then I'll dash. You can't handle the scandal of an uptown vandal. Shooting up your toes, making sandals. Somebody told me that you owe me, but can't nobody hold me. I do my dirt off on my loan. Right, smash, roll, smash, right, smash, roll, smash.
I got a lot of stack on the line, but it don't make a difference. Welcome to Real Hip Hop Heads Conscious Radio. I'm Brother Peace.
Conscious with a capital C. Sister A on a mission. Ambition.
Yo, YouTube, Facebook, thank you for tuning in. If you're not tuning in right now, you'll catch the show when we get off the air later on. We do love you guys' support. We appreciate it. And some say this is the best show on air. I'm inclined to believe them. What y'all say?
Negative.
This is the best show in the motherfucking universe. What are you talking about?
He said, what you talking about? Negro. Hey, but soon we're getting started. Hurricane Irma. This is right on the heels of Hurricane Harvey. Okay, and we all know Hurricane Harvey touched land 3 times. I've seen hurricanes, but I've never seen it or even remotely heard or even dreamed. I haven't seen a movie like that where a hurricane has touched land 3 times. One particular hurricane. Okay, it set down the Yucatan Peninsula, Gulf of Mexico right there. So that means it hit Mexico first, went back out to the water, regenerated, slid up to Texas, dropped on them, came back out to the water, regenerated again, and slid up the coast and hit Louisiana. Okay, they're still dealing with that. It's going to be some years while they're recovering. And, the government right now is still bullshitting. They're not, FEMA's talking about, well, you got to do this. You got to jump through hoops to get the money. We're about out of money, and then Congress is talking about we're going to vote now. Mind you, we're going to vote on the money. We're going to take a vote, and we're going to send it up to the Senate. Everybody's trying to push the buck onto somebody else. Okay, and rather than saying, hey, this money was already set aside for these natural disasters that we knew were going to occur. We don't know in what degree, but we know that these natural disasters are going to occur. They occur every fucking year in that region of the country, right there on the damn water. We know. But, of course, the greedy ones, fuck that. They want to keep that money. Well, right on the heels of that, these people are still flooded out. Okay, water subsiding, but there's still a lot of water there and a lot of people that can't go back to their homes because they're still underwater. Well, Hurricane Irma right now, and it's about to hit the U.S. Virgin Islands in Puerto Rico, in those islands in there. They're about to, at 175 miles an hour, Category 5. Right now, it's out there, and it's about to drop on top of the Virgin Islands and all that, the little strip of islands there. Puerto Rico, Cuba's a little further down, so it'll probably be another couple of days before it drops on Cuba. But what they're estimating, okay, they said we really can't tell you exactly, but what we're estimating now, looking at the computer systems, the European and the American computer systems, the way that they have it going and turning is right up the alley of Florida. And on that side of the Gulf, now you're on this side of the Gulf. Okay, well, going up through Florida, that means not only Florida's going to be affected. Okay, you got Georgia, which butts Florida, and then the Carolinas, all right there. They all butt each other right there on that little corner. So you people that live in the Carolinas, of course, people in Florida already know they're already boarding up. But you people that live in the Carolinas, people live in Georgia, Alabama, they're going to see it because we felt wind and water from Hurricane Harvey, which is in Texas. That shit traveled from Texas through Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and then some of it hit Georgia. Okay, it was a lot of water. Okay, and you could feel those winds across 4 states. Well, we're talking about Florida, and it's like one long state. So people that live in Georgia, Alabama, Carolinas, a lot of people already know about these storms. They know how bad they get, but that's a Category 5. By the time it hits Florida and it comes up on land, the wind and the rain that's the Carolinas and Georgia gets, now mind you, it might slide on the side of Florida, to the left of Florida, and come up like that on the coast, which means Georgia's gonna get smashed. Oh. Georgia, Alabama, we're right there. If you go this way, we're gonna get smashed. If you go up to the right, up the coast, Florida, Carolinas, Florida's gonna get some, but they're gonna get it anyway. But if it's on the coast, the Carolinas are next, and it goes right up the coast. So I think the whole eastern seaboard, they were saying, is going to be affected by Hurricane Irma. But we're right here, damn near in the fucking water. We're on the corner. So people, start getting your bottles of water, get your food, whatever you got to get, you know what I'm saying? Because they're estimating that it's going to be power outages, a lot of water, a lot of flooding. We all know how it gets when it floods out here. You can't move. Thank goodness that the ground is it's so soft. It soaks up the water quickly, but when it's a lot of water like that, it should take a while before it actually soaks it up. But I'm saying this because I want people to start preparing now, because we're talking about maybe next week, Monday, Tuesday, between Monday and Wednesday, Georgia feeling the effects. Florida will probably feel that shit before we do, but between Monday and Wednesday next week, they're estimating that we should feel the effects of this storm. But yeah, you guys, please be prepared. Seeing people in Texas, they asked out. Yeah. The government does not care. The government could care less about giving us money. FEMA said they're already down here. They're already set up. They're already waiting. They got a grip of workers and people ready to set in place, ready to deal with this. How come you weren't down there in Texas? When that shit jumped, you knew it was coming. Just like they knew this was coming, they knew that shit was coming.
New Orleans?
No.
Oh.
Texas.
Oh.
Houston. Harvey.
Oh.
Okay. They knew that shit was coming. They weren't down there set up. They knew that shit was going to sit. They was going to come through, sit on land, and dump a shitload of water on that place.
Honestly, I truly believe this is some man-made crazy shit.
Yeah, you know what it's called? And I was speaking on this before, but I didn't want to too much. But it's called geoengineering, and what it is these scientists manipulating our weather systems, the Earth, cause, these natural disasters, whatnot. Now, it hasn't been proven, but if you sit back and you start looking and start studying and researching this stuff, you'll start to see, what I'm saying, this shit comes, how it comes, when it comes, how devastating. But they think that the scientists are actually back there manipulating a lot of this stuff. I mean, because if you look at it, why isn't the government ever prepared? This shit comes every we have hurricane season every year.
Absolutely.
August, end of July, August, September, we get hit every year. So why in the hell is the government not ready? They're not protected, not prepared. You don't have money sitting aside for these natural disasters that's about to hit, because it's all about the money for them. They want to keep that in their pocket. In Texas, right there in that Gulf area, all those floodlands, the earth had made that shit. It was that would get flooded and it would soak up all the water, so the state wouldn't get flooded. But they done built stuff all over, property and whatnot, and cement and houses all over that, so the water actually has no place to go. It sits right there on top and floods the people out, the floodlands. But yet, because of that money, they build on top of it anyway. It's all about the money. They could care less about you. Hell, they don't even care about their mama. These fools will stab their mama over a nickel. But what it is what it is. And us knowing this, and we don't get prepared when we see that things are going on. Hell, we got all this damn technology. I use it. That's why I know. I was talking about Irma last week.
Yep.
Okay, and Irma is sitting on top of it. It's about to tear them islands up, and it's heading for us. Now, I use this technology because I'm trying to be prepared, and we're on the air trying to prepare everybody else. Pass the information on. Get the people out there. Get them going. Get them thinking, because you never know, man. Some of your family members may get caught up in some of this shit. I'd hate to see that, but hey, if you don't get prepared, like they were saying, hey, some of the people that retired down in Florida, hey, if you guys got kids over in Nebraska, Idaho, and Dakota, now's a good time to go visit. Yeah, all that trying to ride that shit out for what? You got plenty of time for warning. Get all your personal belongings, get all your little valuables and stuff, and take that stuff. Be ready, because I'm looking at also here making kind of like a storm package deal. So where if we have to start packing shit up, everything is set up. We can start putting shit, bam, 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 locking shit down, load it. You know what I'm saying? Making everything portable. Because in this day and time, not just these storms, but we have this white and black thing that's upon us. And at any given moment, that shit could crack, and everything that we know is flipped upside down. Now you're literally having to protect yourself and your family and your belongings because the shit done hit the fan between the black and white folks. I mean, we were just looking at the TV. They're talking about DACA, and all I saw was white people up there trying to make excuses for them actually removing DACA, the program, which is the kids that came over here. They were kids. It's a program that Obama instated, where the kids of immigrants that were brought over here as kids, they could get in this program and they would have protections, so where they could go to school, grow up, get a job and all that without having to be worried about being deported. Right, okay, well, that protection, Trump, he sent his what you call it, his, Jeff Sessions to actually deliver the news. We already knew it though, but what he says, I'm gonna give you guys a 6-month extension, so you guys can, so the Congress or whoever can figure out what they can do about this. But he's gonna actually remove the protection, and we're talking some 800,000 people that are enrolled in that DACA program. Some 800,000. He's got another cat, has diversity has quit. I heard him say earlier before Sessions came out and actually announced that they were actually going to say they dismantled it. He said, well, look, I'm going to fight this to the core. I'm going to fight it till I can't fight no more. But if they dismantle that, I'm resigning. We came in here and sat down and cranked all this stuff up, and I just happened to look over there and see him, and I caught him. He said, I resign right now. At this moment, I resign. I'm done. I quit. Right there on national TV. He told him about 3 hours ago. Word came down. He stayed true to his word. I mean, in a minute,
he ain't have nobody.
He gonna have all the ones. You know what? All the coons, all the spoons, and all the fools they're either getting kicked out, they're either leaving on their own. In a minute, he gonna be down to the ones with the hoods on that actually wear the fucking hoods. We know all these clients are wearing hoods, but they don't do it in public. No. We gotta save face. But the ones that wear them, they're gonna be up in office. But if you think that it's not going down, if you think that it's not at some point going to turn over and blow up, then I'd advise you to start looking at the news, man. Seeing what's going on. Read between the lines. You ain't even got to read between the lines now. These people are saying whatever the fuck comes to mind. I got some stories that we're going to get into later on in this damn show, and just to show you how bold these people are now. And my whole thing about, hey, stop asking for help. Stop looking for them to help us. Damn that. We're smart enough. We're ingenious enough. You know what I'm saying? We work like a motherfucker. Hey, we can figure some shit out. Stop trying to depend on them. All of that justice, equality, and freedom. Submission for America. Straight up.
B-Life is in the building.
Oh, justice, equality, and freedom are the pills of submission in America with 3 Ks. You guys stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Cha-cha-cha to this Mardi Gras. I'm the dopest female that you've heard thus far. And I do get better. The voice gets wetter. Nobody gets hurt.
As long as you let her.
Do mine with an 89 swing. Right again. Yeah, act up. Was possible. But father met my hospital. Visit time. I think it's on a Sunday. But notice, they only get one day to shine. There's a final power to spit out and devour at the same time. I'll eat you up with a rhyme, but I'll let you slide because you accidentally hopped on the wrong side. Now come on, that's suicide. Hypothetically speaking, okay, let's say you didn't know what you were doing. You're new in town and you're looking around for another name to ruin. And it's me that you're pursuing? Well, I'll be damned. I might as well tell you who I am. I am the capital L-Y-T-E, and it's shocking. I'm the one you're mocking. Oh yes, I've been watching you, watching me, and like the fat on your back, it's plain to see that you're a wannabe, but you can't be what you're not. So you better start living with what you got. This one here for me and my DJ K-Rock, let me hear it scratch. Now it's time to kick a rhyme out the patch, and you're the receiver, eager as a beaver. Time to convert the non-believer that I'm a road runner, leaving you in the dust. I can't adjust to the times, and at times I might just get quicker than the ticker of your pacemaker. More tender than a rollie, but harder than a jawbreaker. So don't ever second guess me. And if you're wondering who could the best be, think a second and recollect the worst whipping you ever had yet. And I'll bet that I did it. My fingerprints are still on you. How many times I gotta warn you about the light in on your sight, but the rhythm through the night. Kick, 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 kick.
It's about to go down.
Yes, so down. Yes.
With Sister Ambition.
I need your undivided attention.
You were supposed to play my thing.
Sir, I was simply playing with you. So apparently you knew that you were doing something that you didn't have any business doing.
40 miles an hour.
I didn't ask you, sir. I didn't ask you about what you were doing it. I was not asking you what you were doing it, but I hope you have a better day.
Okay.
I hope whatever you go, father. I did. I can cuss.
I noticed.
Yes, I can. I can say
He was
ass.
walking away. He got to start came back.
Now I can say ass. I should be able to say ass. I can say ass. I can say ass. I just said ass. That's all I said, and I think that I can say ass.
Well, you're being rude.
Say it one more time.
Okay, for what? But now, but see, now you're harassing me when I was simply just playing with you. Sir, I was playing with you. When I said you're trying to get there, you do not have to take your badge that seriously.
But understand,
sir.
you're not gonna cuss in the
but
public.
understand, I'm just playing.
Listen,
Why are you bothering me?
you're about to go to jail.
Okay, for what?
You
What
just
was
cussed
okay?
in the
But
public.
okay, but we're over that
Right.
now. We're over that. You said
No,
if I
I'm
said
not
it
over
again, that you would arrest
You
me.
just said
I
it
have
3
not
other
said it
times.
again. Mr.
You said
Thomas,
it
when
3
did I
times
say it
going through the
again?
door.
But you just said if
You
I
said
said
it
it
one
again
time
since this
outside.
point. Since
No.
this point.
I told you
I
stop
have not
cussing at
said
the door and
anything.
you did it 3 more
Sir,
times.
I have not
Just
said
turn
it again.
around.
No,
Just turn
because I have not done anything.
You're gonna be placed under
No, I'm
arrest.
not.
I'm just-
Because I have not done it. Sir, do not touch me because I have not done anything. Sir, I have not done anything to you. I have not done anything to you. Not a
You're about to
thing.
be placed under arrest
For
because-
what? I was in the scene with
because
Mr.
you're-
Thomas. I was playing with you when I
because
said,
you're-
are you
I don't
trying
think you saying
to
I'm speeding.
get there?
It's-
I did not say you were speeding. You said those words. I did not. You
understand
said
this.
those words.
Pay for your
You
gas.
said those words.
Pay for your
I'm not
gas.
even at a gas pump, sir. I came to
Pay
get
for
some.
what you
I
gonna
came
pay
to
us.
get some
You
breath
can
mints
leave.
because I have to be at the radio station in a moment.
I understand that. You need to pay for what you paying
Sir.
and then leave.
I'm gonna pay for what I pay for, and understand that I'm on 95.7 Jams every week,
That's
and I'm
fine.
gonna make sure that they know
That's
that
fine.
all I did was say it to an officer. You trying to
Cussed
get
at
there,
the door,
aren't you?
man.
Yeah, because you were being rude to me because
I'm
you
not
don't
being
want me
rude
to
you.
play with you.
I don't think
You
that's
take
funny.
your job. I didn't even say you were speeding.
I don't think that's funny.
You said that you were
said that
speeding.
I almost
I did
hit
not.
you when you.
I was
you at a
simply
yield sign.
playing with you.
You at a yield.
So you don't. Nobody plays with you. You don't joke around
You at
or
a
anything.
yield sign.
You don't joke around.
You
You
know.
don't joke.
No.
Okay, so when you got out the car, I didn't say you were breaking the law.
You
All
said
I
I
did,
was hit
no,
you.
I
Did you
didn't.
not?
I was just playing with you.
That's not playing.
Yes, I was
That's
playing
not-
with you.
I don't take that as playing.
Because you're too serious about
I'm
your
serious
job.
about breaking the
And then
law.
but I didn't say you were breaking the law. You
said I
that.
almost hit you.
Sir, I was playing with you.
That's not playing. Hit you. That's not playing.
Sir,
You were at a yield.
I
sign.
was not meaning any harm by
Okay,
saying
and
that
I'ma
because
tell
I
you
was
this.
playing with you.
When you come to an officer and say that he's breaking the law
Sir,
when he's not,
I don't have any problems with anybody but you. I'm friends with the officers in the city of Birmingham
understand
and in the
I
sheriff
don't
department.
work
No,
for the city
okay,
of Birmingham.
because and you're too serious. You need to calm down.
You're being
Calm
serious.
down.
You're the one saying I'm breaking the
playing
law,
with
man.
you. I didn't
I
say
don't
you were
take that
breaking
as
the law.
playing.
You said that you were breaking
If
the
you
law.
said I almost hit you and you were at a yield sign,
I
you were
was
breaking the law.
playing with you.
I don't find that.
But I
funny.
was not playing. I was playing with you. I was not trying to have you to
Okay.
cause a scene and get upset. I even told you Happy
You're calling
Father's
the
Day.
scene. I'm not calling the
Sir,
scene.
I even told you Happy Father's Day. You have okay. If you're not a father, I apologize, but I hope your
Okay.
dad have a Happy Father's Day.
He did.
But I'm not trying to get this serious with you. It's
I'm
not this
trying to
serious.
shoot you, but you're not gonna
I
cuss in the public.
was playing. No, sir. People cuss all day
You
long.
can't cuss
Sir,
in front
okay.
of
So
the
at this
public,
point, you can leave me alone. Because
Okay.
at this point, what
And
I'm gonna
and I'm
do
telling
is I'm
you,
gonna buy
do
this.
not violate the law and
Sir,
cuss in
I
front
didn't
of
say that you. I didn't. I can do what I please.
people. You can't cuss in the
Sir,
public. That's
could
the
you
law,
leave
man.
me alone at this point? At this
Could you
point,
not cuss in
at
the
this
public?
point, could you leave me
You
alone?
pay for what you need to. I'm
At this point, could you leave me alone?
Okay, man.
Thank
Have a
you.
safe
And you have a great day.
Wow.
Okay, and on that note, this is Sister L Social Media Madness. This is Punk Ass Cops Edition. As y'all heard, this officer is harassing this lady for joking, and he wanted to arrest her. So that's some punk ass shit right there. So yes, this is the Punk Ass Cop Edition.
He was chasing her
social
around
media.
the store,
Yeah.
dude.
Because she
'Cause she-
said he was. She didn't even say he was speeding. She was like, "You just trying to get there," like joking with him, and he just. And yes, it's a brother, unfortunately.
Black police showing out for the white cop. Ice Cube said it best, dude. You in the state of Alabama. On top of that, you trying to be the best fucking cop out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ready to try to take this lady
Top
to jail
notch.
because she
Top
called you a
cop.
punk ass. You's a punk bitch. He walked completely. He
Ain't
walked
no
all the way.
punk bitch.
He walked all the way to his car, mind you. Okay.
Yep.
And when she called him punk ass, or she mentioned the word ass, when she cussed,
No, she said with your rude ass.
yeah, when she cussed, he came all the way back across the parking lot.
And that's what he was gonna arrest her for being rude or saying ass, for cussing in,
In
public.
public.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
So
I didn't know that was a law.
he says it's a law. It's his law. But we're gonna go into some other punk ass cops. Salt Lake City. They finally apologized after the officer had handcuffed the hospital nurse who refused to draw blood from an unconscious patient. So, yeah. So the spokesman, Christina Judge, said the agency initiated an internal investigation within hours of the incident between Detective Jeff Payne and the University of Utah Hospital Burn Unit nurse Alex Webbles that was caught on the officer's body cam. He was suspended drawn duties, but remains in his role as a detective, of course, in the investigation unit. So they've issued an apology to the hospital. The whole thing was, and this video was actually on Facebook and a whole lot of other outlets, social media outlets. The nurse clearly told this officer, which is her job, that she was not going to take blood from an unconscious person. And I don't know what happened prior to that, where he was in such a rush to get her to do it without consent. Her superiors on the phone, on speakerphone, and let the officer know that she's not going to do it. He ended up putting her in handcuffs and arresting her. Now, I'm not trying to be funny, but you like to get on social media and say we should have just complied. Complied.
Why? Why should she comply?
Exactly.
When she was doing her job.
But that's my point. Why should we comply when we have our hands up? We are complying. So what are you saying? Now, is this going to be a bigger deal, lady? I mean, I just want to know. See what the hell? But see, she was able to walk out of this. Some of us ain't so lucky.
Yeah, I think if it was somebody, if it would have been switched, that color would have, her melanin would have been a little darker. She'd have got her ass whooped.
Oh yeah.
She'd have got drug up out of there, dude. I mean, on her face. Would have been no, no, they would have whooped her ass and then drug her up out of there.
And she was fighting.
Screaming,
She was fighting. We couldn't do that. And back to another punk ass cop incident. Police tackling and beating a black man suspected of stealing a car, which was his. Yeah, which was his. The man, something happened with his car, so he got out and he had this little wrench thing, and he was saying to whoever he was on the phone with, I'm black and they're probably gonna think I'm still in the car or whatever. He pulled over to see what was wrong with his car. Well, a young lady had to call the police and say somebody was breaking in the car. So that's how the police came into play. So when they stopped him, he let them know this is my vehicle, sir, because they got irate. They pinned him to the ground, struck him, and he's like, sir, first he came out the car with his hands up automatically. He already got out the car with his hands up. They had pushed him down to the ground, kneeled on him, jacked him up a little bit. They're like, you need to comply. He's like, I'm complying. It was about 5 or 6 cops on him. And he's like, I'm trying to tell you, I bought this car. This is my car. He repeated where he bought his car, what year, everything. And he's telling them, why you still got me on the ground or handcuffed? Because we're trying to figure out whose car it is. This is my car. Okay, so, you know, they try to say, and I don't know, they didn't show who called the police, but they said it was a black girl. And it was just funny to me because when I watched the video, she was like, oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to racial profile, when they realized, but they still ended up arresting him.
For what?
Resisting. So there is a civil lawsuit against this North Chicago Police Department. Like I said, I don't know how she was black, but she did. The woman passing by saw him, a black man wearing a hoodie with some kind of bar pressed up against the car. That's what she told the police. And when she realized, you know, it was his car, she was, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to racial profile him. Then the officer, one of the officers proceeded to say, that's okay. He has other stuff he needs to worry about. Like what? Everything in there is legit. What does he need to worry about? He ain't has shit to worry about until y'all start fucking with him. Punk ass cop edition. Straight up.
Fuck the police.
Fucked him up too. I mean, they smooth fucked him up for nothing. And he kept saying, this is my car. This is my car. All you had to clearly do, look at his damn license, and it would have told you everything. I mean, I am not bullshitting. It was like 6 cops on him. And then 2 of them walked away. 1 black, of course. The rest of them, you know, it's just crazy to me. But if y'all like it, I love it. But like I said, punk ass cop edition. Fucking police. And they bullshit. So I'm going to get on the AMQ real quick. What movie had the dopest soundtrack ever? Be Life, Above the Rim.
Oh, he must have put that in a late. I didn't see it.
It's
earlier.
on Instagram.
Oh, Instagram. Where you been, Be Life? Been hiding? Okay. You know the digits on. Know the math. You know it all. I'm just saying what's up. Damn.
We got Higher Learning. New Jersey Drive. Crush Groove. Darren, you took mine. I guess I took yours last week, but you took mine. Love and Basketball. ATL. I was gonna say Purple Rain too. The Wiz. New Jack City.
Wiz.
Yeah. Nikki said The Wiz.
No, The Wiz was a tight soundtrack.
Yeah.
You just think of hip hop.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be hip hop. I said soundtrack. Conscious with a S on his chest.
We're gonna talk about Lion King soundtrack then.
Okay. Well, hey, I like Lion
You
King.
said soundtrack.
Yeah. What about you, Brata?
Me? Boys in the Hood.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. We can go Menace to Society.
There it is. There. I forgot to answer the question I saw. I was looking at it, but I was doing all this. But since you're talking, yeah, Boys in the Hood. Menace to Society.
Menace to Society.
Mo Better Blues.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Yep. All of them.
Do the Right Thing.
Yep.
Radio Raheem. Love.
These motherfucking D's.
20 motherfucking 20.
And on that note, until Thursday, I'm getting my days mixed up. I hope everybody had a great holiday weekend too. Safe, all that good stuff. I wish we could just rest one week, one weekend, maybe one day. Skip.
Dude, it's getting hectic.
Yeah, skip. It's busy. But on that note, for real, this is to stay with Social Media Madness. It was Punk Ass Cop edition. Peace.
The word is out. Real Hip Hop Heads Radio Live is your place for real knowledge, real hip hop. You better ask somebody.
We got the Refugees All Stars, rubber dubbing in the club. White Clef,
John Forte, Roswell. Know what I mean? The streets are getting a little crazy. Look here. Look at shorty got back. Said I asked her for a dance. Hold on, there's too many in the wolf pack. And besides, dirty cats talking to her. Buying her fake furs and taking her to the fever. Quiet as it's kept, they ain't even it's been. She spends his Franklin's, hit the malls with her friends. Material girl living in the material world. But it's alright, cause it's Saturday night. So Mr. Funk Master, pump the BGs. And all you college students playing Ouija's. Check the spelling R-E-F-U-G-E. Get the CD from Sam Good. You ain't even close with the rhymes that you wrote. Don't be mad cause you broke. Let me clear my throat. John Forte, grab the microphone, sway it this way.
I'm more than just a rhymer. You still a small timer. Hoping that the game treat that ass a little kinda. Every step tangoed. Your beat don't concern me. I'm eating mangoes in Trinidad with attorneys. My crew slang flow worldwide like a carrot. Went to every spot where nobody got insurance. Rubber do the math. You ain't half the exotic. My man's plain true. You forget about it. Ho just a new stance. Like my influence. Well recognized. You alive trying to do it. Got you told your lady. Oops, me nuts, baby. Smooth and charismatic, automatic. You gon' say me. God bless the dead as my son survive. We strive to teach you, baby, and stay alive.
Yeah, nice baby. John Forte, your wife, your lady.
Wife, your lady. Yeah.
Alright. Yo, if you got more than $1 in your pocket right now, put your hands up.
Well, you can't tell by the way I roll, shorty, that I'm a ladies' man, a businessman. Condos down the shore, multi-million pension plan, but it ain't in my plan to make moves without the fan. No game, keep it intact, no cleft through the trap. John, play the Mac while I pay the tax. Business as usual, watching suspects. Still, my assets get cut with G-Lets.
I need your attention.
We need your attention. Because it's the moment you've been with.
Cup up, you who's calling bluff? Now you shook up, cause you lock up. When I love up, you who's calling bluff? Hey yo, John is chillin', dirty cash dealing. What more can I say? We living, that's what we got it good. And since you understood, we be.
Yeah, live at the carnival, 9-7 till infinity, high. Refugee all stars. Can't stop the shining. Can't stop the shining. Can't stop the shining. Can't stop the shining. You wanna stop the shining?
I get exotic with the melodic tune. I get hypnotic with the moon, but you got to put me down soon. I flip a sideshow if you come my way. Up, down, and around, even sideways. I'm about as ready as the light can get. We can go all out. I ain't afraid of the sweat, but yet I bet you got the techniques to freak a girl inside out. What's that all about? Can I have some of that? You gotta put me on. Word around town is your 9 men strong. I wanna be put on in the worst way. Since the first day, I think it was a Thursday. You be that brother that I wanna sink my teeth in. Make me wanna ask, where the hell you been? I like the way you be with all that personality. But I got flavor too. You need to give it me.
What you going through? I wanna be down. I wanna be down with you. Oh, yeah. It's true. I wanna be down. I wanna be down. Oh, yeah.
He was born 20 years ago, just a pimp clothes. Every day new clothes. Look at the cut coupons. On 3 got the heat, so bluff it. Slanging taxis because it's more than 20 ducats. Struck it. Kinda rich, now his pockets looking straight. Slam the D's on the Benzo, pancake by the gate. Mom's looking straight with her half, she got great. Lounging in her new home, that's about to stay. I'll be your Cornmeal hotel. You can get it when you want it, even though you got chicks all up on it. Don't matter, cause brother, you fly. I can't lie. I've been macking daddy from the corner of my eye. Now, baby, bring it on. Don't be frontin' on your baby boo. All I wanna know is what's with you. How can I get with you? Seems like you got a hold on me. It must be
down with you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wanna be down with you. Oh, yeah.
alleyway. Skip the moet, let's chill with some Alizé. Enough stress in our day. Let me lose your mind as my mental starts to play. A ghetto stars, you be your sexual chocolate bar. And I gotta keep strong for the cause. And you gotta keep strong for the tours. Brother, man, and me, damn the family. What else we be with no one else up we? You were the first to tame. Big thief. I'm out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I wanna be down. I wanna be down with you. It's a good time. Oh yeah. I wanna be down.
Here we go now. And it's on, yeah, and you don't stop. Brandy is in the house and you don't stop until the body rocks. You don't stop.
One beat down and never compare to 439 years of captivity.
I need your attention.
We need your attention.
Attention.
Because it's the moment you've been waiting for.
The best moment of my life.
It's Young Black Superman.
It's a car. It's a plane. No. I don't fucking drive or fly.
It's Young Black
I fly
Superman is what it
everywhere
is.
else, so-
Negroes. You
birthday-
dig?
Birthdays. Real quick. Beyonce. 35.
Crypt Keeper age.
Phil Lewis. Mr. Mosby, remember from Zack and Cody? 48. He's from Uganda. Yeah.
Mr. Mosby.
Damian Wayans.
55.
56. Thomas Ford.
Thomas. Oh yeah. That's Tommy.
Yeah.
50.
He would have been 53.
Yeah, he from the hood.
John Wall.
Oh, yeah. 26. 26.
26. You don't like John Wall? Well, what if he came to the Celtics?
Damn.
What about Kyrie Irving?
Y'all got him, so yeah, you better take that one in.
Idris Elba.
Idris gotta be about
42.
44.
Virgos. That's what it is.
Steve Harvey's pushes forward on deal with Trump administration following his backlash from when he first met with him. He's basically explaining the stages of closing the deal with housing and urban development with Secretary Ben Carson to establish places in New York City to teach STEM and computer programming to children that he calls Vision Center.
You know what? I think he's trying to save face and he's more concerned about what it makes him look like, to the public. He wants to be that, I'm for the black people. I'm for this, that, and other. But you sitting down with the goddamn devil, dude. You understand? They're the people that's taking our school from our children. See, you figure
saying something ain't gonna make a damn difference either.
Yeah, you want to go sit up there in public. Yeah, they'll do it in public. But once you get this thing built or whatever it's time to go, give it a couple years, dog, and they're gonna do that just like they do everything else. How about you go get some black folks? Oh, that's right. They don't want to do it with your fucking funky ass.
They got Steve up there as the great black hype, for the black people. You know how that is. Oh, he's a black celebrity.
Yeah.
We love Steve. So yeah, put Steve out there.
No, not all of us do, dog.
Exactly.
All of us don't ride with that clown, man.
You see how much love he got after he did that shit.
What I think, his ass is trying to save his own skin. Okay, he's trying to save his own skin, and he figures if I go up there, school, you know, and have this guy donate some money, then and have the school built, then it's gonna be okay, and the black people are gonna accept me again. No, dude, you're foul. You have other avenues that you can actually go. And why did you wait till his ass is in office? How come we've been needing these schools? How come you had to wait till his ass got in office in order to build a school?
Exactly.
You got other fucking resources, man. Your name is big. You know plenty of people. How come you had to wait till this guy gets in office and then you got to go and get on camera with him and this, that, and other and all that? Homie, why you have to do all that? No, you're trying to, it's about you. Now you're trying to save face.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Before, when you first went to visit him, it was all about you making connections, trying to establish some type of connections, trying to build some resources.
Get the backlash he got.
Exactly. You thought, oh, everybody's gonna praise you because you spoke to the president. Tangerine Man, not a fucking president. That's a fucking buffoon with a fucking white pointed hood. You went your ass up there, happy, snappy, and clappy, buck dancing and shit, and now here you go again. The second half of your fucking buck dance. Fucking eat a nut, man.
He is.
He eating tangerines. That orange motherfucker.
Seeds.
I feel like I do this same thing every 3 months or so. Lil Wayne hospitalized, seizure. You know, he says it's not due to it, but everybody else says it's due to that codeine
syrup.
Yep, the cough syrup.
Well, whatever it's due to, motherfucker, you better stop what you're doing and take care of yourself because your ass is gonna be in the ground next. Shit.
Law. He went on to say, let me go ahead and read this real quick. He basically said he doesn't like old school music and Nas is not real hip hop.
Attention, please. Hot off the press. The latest FSN alert. You heard it at Real Hip Hop Heads Radio live.
Quote, Nas, don't nobody listen to Nas no more. Egos and Future.
Your hip hop is amigos.
So T.I. said, my boy, you reach like a motherfucker. Then he went on and said, the Lakers might fuck around and piss test you behind this one, cause what's wrong with bruh?
You know what, dude? You gotta understand something. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Absolutely. Okay, and everybody's entitled to listen to what they want to listen to. And the intelligent ones can sit back and see that man is actually, you know, he's a youngster. He don't know what the hell he's saying. Hell, he can't even pee straight. Look at his father. Look at the example he has to follow.
Yeah.
This loudmouth motherfucker over here with this bullshit. We got them kids out these crackers. Deal. Look at the example that he has to follow. Given that, yeah, he'd say something like that. Plus, he's young. He likes the Migos. Thing, bro, not a problem. It's not a problem. That's not because ask the Migos. Ask any one of the Migos, will they battle Nas? And then one of them, nah, dog, we straight. Nah, bro, we good. You know what I'm saying? So I look at these guys talking that kind of or these mumble rappers with their bullshit or whatever. I let that shit blow, dude, because right about now, our time is too valuable. The knowledge that we have is way too valuable to be wasting on these clowns that are actually not trying to hear it. If you're not trying to hear it, I can't fight you and make you hear it. I can't fight you and make you try to manifest any of this. So with that being said, move to the side. Just don't stand in my motherfucking way, okay? Because there's people out there that want to hear what the fuck we got to say. They want to hear the information that we're passing down. You, unfortunately, when it's too late is when you're going to want to start listening, okay? And at that point, then you got to deal with the consequences of not listening before, okay? Whether you're going to be able to get in or not, I don't know. You got to man up for that shit when it comes down to it. I'm going to get that shit on thought, man.
You know the TV show Snapped.
The white ladies, or the wives.
Yeah, well, they're doing a special series with Tupac. From what they're saying is they have some audio/video or whatever of Tupac on his deathbed, talking about the person that murdered him. So let's see how true that is. But
that means, you know what, somebody must be getting close to who really done the shit and get ready to put it out, because this means that's another distraction.
Yeah, because they said the same person he was describing and claimed that shot him while he was on the bed getting ready to die. It's the same person he told the same person he was describing, talking about to the Las Vegas police, but they didn't push forward with the investigation.
No coincidence.
Yeah. And then it goes to Biggie on top of that, but it's more about Pac. Cam Newton finally chose a side, and he riding with Kaepernick.
Took him that long.
Yeah, well, you know, he was like he doesn't. It's not his. When Kaepernick took the knee, he was more like, "That's not my place. I'm just here to play football.
Not my fight."
Yeah, I'm just here to play football. And
I tell you what, you know what, we had a about that before. Out Kaepernick taking a knee, and some of these cats out here fight because that's their excuse. It's not their fight. Well, he's out there, and that's what he's doing. Your ass is black. Best believe it's your goddamn fight, because they bringing it to you, whether it's right there physically in your face. If it's not, it's in somebody's face that you know. Somebody that you know is getting thumped on, been shot and killed, been jailed, been treated unjustly, been beat the fuck up by these people. You know, has been affected by this shit, which actually makes you lose.
He couldn't. Anyways, look how many hits he gets and
throughout the league, throughout the season, and look in the Super Bowl. Look how they did it. Really, it's much more than just that flag, mind you. Some of the people try to hide behind, it's not my fight because of the flag. Dude, that's just a reference point to start. Okay. It's really that what that flag represents is what he's kneeling for. Okay. And the reason why he's kneeling about the brutality and this, that, and other, hell yeah, that affects you. You black motherfucker, it affects you. They banning fucking Muslims out of this goddamn country. They fucking putting all us, the black people, in jail. They getting rid of all the fucking Mexicans. Anything that's got any type of color in it, you notice they moving them shit, they moving us out? Homie, you're in the fucking league, and they're letting these people tee off on you. Anybody else gets a huge ass fine, they get suspended the whole nine. They let them tee off on your ass. You made it to the Super Bowl beyond all that bullshit, and they took that shit from you. It ain't your fight. They brutalize your ass on the field every day, and they watch it and they let it go, hoping you break your damn neck.
Hoping you spaz out.
Well, now you figured, okay, I better jump on the bandwagon. That's one of the motherfuckers I told you was on the fence. You still on the fence trying to figure out, left, am I going away with the white one or the black one? That's one that was struggling with that shit.
And his identity. Or I should say his sexual identity. Yeah. They're saying he came out, but, you know, see how social media does, y'all?
I don't know, but I think they just talk about him because how he dressed.
I think he is, but it's all good. That's your business.
Have you seen about the Cleveland police? They're boycotting.
Oh yeah, they don't want to hold the flag.
They don't want to hold the flag for the Cleveland Browns because they took a knee. A lot of the players took a knee last
12 of them.
Yeah,
and mind you, one was white.
Exactly, which was taking a knee.
Matter of fact,
that hurt them more.
That story goes: Cleveland Police Union refuses to hold flag during Browns' opening game, calling players' protest ignorant. Cleveland's police union says it will not hold the American flag during a ceremony before the Cleveland Browns' first game because some players knelt during the national anthem during the preseason. Cleveland Police Patrolmen's Association President Steve Loomis made the announcement on Friday as regards to September 10th game. According to Loomis, doing so was ignorant, even though it was days after police stood by and let Black people get nearly beat to death or shot during a white supremacist rally in Charlottesville, Virginia. Something, huh? Yeah, and see this that right there, it alludes to what I'm gonna get into when we come out of the break because it's got that bad now. It's there. Stay tuned.
In the atmosphere, as there's a time and place for everything. It's under the sun. This is the time and the place that we have some fun. Now take a sec to check the pedigree of the band that's spelled as T-E-T. The rhyme orator, D-Light, the R-O-D, and all the T's, my brother, DBC, Rock Group Paul, and my DJ Paul. We're putting competition back up against the back of the wall. Me and the band that I just mentioned present to you our new invention. We regulate our sets of structure. So deaf, listen to the structure. Formulate your own, but please don't touch her. Good looking out, we thank you very much. I need this style or the court will nut ya. Right to the end, I bet we'll bust you up. And you bump into a force that creeps. Slowly but surely, enough will defeat you.
To the letter with a hip-hop band of America, London, and even Japan. And you surely will admit by being a fan, nobody else does it like we can. To battle us is truly a gamble. Our excellence is proven by example. The ladies smile while the body's on shambles. Back off, but this you can't handle. The rhythm homeboy is definitely ringing. The beats and rhymes are the chords that are tingling. So grab your girl, let's start the jam. For at the helm is a band boys in demand.
With the punch of a verbal grenade and a rhyme that's equipped as a barricade. Cool and clever, crack I never. With my crew I will never sever. Brooklyn, New York is our hometown. That is the place we always go down. And every night a party goes down. And when it starts it never slows down. We boogie to the DJs non-stop. To the sound of the Brooklyn hip hop. And if you've ever seen Brooklyn rock, rock it non-stop.
Deliverance is me but smooth. Stands out like a winner at your favorite tune. All attention is released upon the call of the beat. As you rock along to a funky treat. Like a torch, we're keeping you active. Our rhythm will hold you captive. Sing top with the style that's a big no. About what that the classical and effective. As a jam that's splendid.
It ain't nothing like hip hop. You like it cause you choose it. Most DJs refuse it. I like to say misuse it. That set can lose it. Too much to gain to abuse it. The name of the game is Rapture. The song is complete and captured.
You want some? Good.
Come to my face.
Real hip hop Hop Hedges Radio Show.
We fight every night. Now that's not kosher. I reminisce with bliss of when we was closer and wake up to be greeted by an argument again. You act like a 10. Straight on the cure in the front door. Thinking if I were to evacuate, you'd probably be straighter than straight and wouldn't have so much hate. Cause you don't know the pain I feel when I see you smiling. And when I roll up, you start wilding. So I front like everything's hunky-dory. But it's a whole story. You don't like the fact that I'm me. I don't want you to have they don't understand to man. This proper while my speech is from a garbage can. But regardless, you be so raw. I'm looking at the front door. I'm looking at the front door. Baby, I'm looking at the front door. I'm looking at the front door. And when you're with your friends, I glide to the side until the spotlight is mine. And never twice commit. I'm the one you're against, and it doesn't make sense. Cause I'm the one that you claim to love for life. But all I get is straight here's a strife. I can come rap a roll and get foul. Order of operations. So I should win an award for lots of patience. Cause that's all a fella can have with the dribble shooting up his jab. And I don't think that I can take it anymore. I'm looking at the front door. 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 My friends always tell me how I'm looking to possess the best looking girl in the whole U.S. But every time you scream, you blow your finesse. Trying to diss the professor or 24 hours of acting sore. Sometimes I wish you'd come down with locked door, so I don't have to take it. The breaking. Years back when we were one, and I pissed. But now I keep itching the jet, sitting in it just to stare. Set to sprint. Yo, sweetheart, you better take a hit. I say it now like I said it before. I'm looking at the front door. I'm looking at the front door. I'm looking at the front door. I'm looking at the front door.
Main source looking at the front door. Racism. They don't even realize or refuse to acknowledge that their existence, privilege, and success as a race is built on the backs, blood, and death of people of color. Existence is drenched in racism. Racism isn't learned, it's inherited and consciously or unconsciously passed down through privilege. Western society as a whole is a system rooted in white supremacy. Prioritize and protect white people before anyone or any other race. Yeah. You know, Antifa. You guys have heard about Antifa? Fascist groups. They came up with that little bullshit after Charlottesville. Anti-fascist groups. They came up with that bullshit after Charlottesville. They want to put a label on those people that went out there, goddamn neo-Nazis and them all the white boys and shit. They've Homeland Security has graciously terrorist group.
Of course.
Wow, you have no and you the people that standing against them group name any neo-Nazi organizations. You haven't put them on a terrorist list. The Klan, they've been around longer than anybody. You haven't put them on a fucking terrorist group. Anybody else can list. Anybody else that has any kind of push or any success against what you got going on, you put them on that fucking group that terror. Because if you get put on that list, and law enforcement and the government can come at you. See, just a regular group, because group you testing freedom of speech. You can hand together for bodily harm to you. With that being said, I'm saying this is what it's supposed to be, but this is hypothetical because we know how it's now. We know all that shit's out the fucking window. So I'm gonna say hypothetically, but it's real. The police seeing you out there, you're protesting, but you're not creating any kind of, you're not going upside people's head. You just they can't anything to you. The property. You're not physically assaulting anybody. To you label, and they put you on that terrorist list. You aggressively because you're a terrorist group. And what do we know about terrorists? We hear terrorists is you think about over there in Syria. If that's the first thing that come to your mind, okay? Terrorists, what do? They terrorize, get the intimidate, they terrorize. Well, KKK ain't been labeled as a terrorist group. The Confederates, what they call them, the Confederacy, Confederate warriors, just some shit, or Confederate whatever's. All this the fucking groups now in the United States. I ain't heard of none of them motherfuckers being labeled as a terrorist group. That motherfucker so goddamn high. His wife kept bitch. Simple as. I forget where it's at. They shot and killed him for a photographer while he was taking pictures at a routine traffic stop.
Okay, it's cops.
Justice, equality, and freedom are the pills of mission our own shit. Create our own utopia, our own city, our own whatever you want to call it. Ourselves, dude. This whole system, it's a sham. We've been getting bamboozled from the beginning. I personally, I'm looking at it like this. March there, peace. No, I'm not. I'm just thinking. I'm analyzing this shit. You have the now, okay, and they're fighting like a motherfucker because they dragging asses up out of here, okay. And that little program was protecting all those young hands that were brought here as children, illegals, and they came over as illegals, but the kids were kids. They have no choice, so they got brought over. Obama said, okay, we're going to give them a protection program so they can actually remain here to go to school, go to college, be successful, become something in life. Well, of course, you know, with the gold tip propeller on his fucking head, the tangerine, he done away with that shit. So without that, now like the rest of the immigrants that are being rousted up and snatched up and shoved back over to Mexico, it's some 800,000 of them. Okay, that's close to 1 million motherfucking essays that they about to just cart the fuck up out of here. Okay, but what he played slick because he gave him 6 months. I'm gonna delay it by 6 months. He made this up, and he made Jeff Sessions go out there and read the shit to everybody because he ain't want to hear the flack. I gave him 6 months. That 6 months, but along with that, they're not telling you that 6 months. But what he's saying, well, look, if you give me the wall, then we can work out this protection thing. If you give him the fucking wall.
He's still on the wall, huh?
Dude, he was just threatening the government shutdown. Like, fuck it, I'll let it shut down. Give me the wall and we go and get this shit cranked up. He's holding everybody's shit hostage. Like, dude, this is some in the street shit. Oh, I will work on that protection thing. Give me the wall and that should just go away, bro.
Because he has to prove that something he said is actually valid. And right now he's looking real stupid. So he's threatening everybody.
Brother Peace made a good point. We was watching the news earlier about this. You give you the wall, but you leaving the people that you're trying to keep out in. So what sense does that make?
Yeah. You putting the wall up to keep them out, to keep the Mexicans out. But when you put that wall in there, there's some 800,000 that's still here. They're in here. So you're building a wall to keep Mexicans out, but you're going to leave them in here. Like, since they just said his voters, none of that shit. He has came to it. And you also the medical issue we got going on. This medical bill thing, this Obamacare and Trump care, that shit then all just went back to the wayside. Ain't nobody said nothing about that shit. Distractions. But again, I say we need our own shit. And I cannot wait. Hey, B, you know what? I think we might just go on and meet up when we come out there. I think we might make it to Cali before you make it out here. So that being the case, if we do, then we'll link up when I get out there, because we seriously have to come up and meet. We all got to sit down and we got to seriously meet up and draw this plan up, man. Draw us up a feasible plan, because the way things are going now, this shit's not going good. And all this relying on these people for everything and this, that, and other, dude, it's not getting it. It's not getting anywhere. Matter of fact, we're self-sufficient, but relying on them, we will no longer be self-sufficient. Okay, we're self-reliant, or we're reliant upon them. Not self-reliant, we're reliant upon them if we don't make our plan and then put it in action. So we're supposed to be out there what March? Yeah, somewhere March, April. That's our target date to come out to the West. So if you know, just some time on the calendar, and we'll get with you as far as the exact dates as we get closer to it. If you get out here, that's cool too. We can sit down, but then we're still coming out there, so that means we can meet up again as well. You know what I'm saying? We can sit down. We really need to sit down and build on some shit because these crackers, man, then got just fucking retarded, stupid. And I don't see what's making it even worse is I don't see a lot of black folks that's really trying to get down with the get out. I see a lot of them doing a lot of talking, but I don't see them the action to go with it. So, as I said before, we're gonna stop trying to chase motherfuckers to give them the fucking knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Or give them the plan. We ain't got time to chase people. You know what I'm saying? It's out here. We're putting it out here on this damn show. Okay? People go back through the archives. I see them, all the views and whatnot. I see them. People are looking. So if they ain't getting with it, then hey, so the train is gonna keep moving. Train ain't got no time to be stopping for some dumb shit. Okay? We're gonna stop here. You got some people over here want to get down. Stop, talk to them. We just sit there and wasted all kind of time, and they didn't get on in the first place. We ain't got time for that shit. No time at all. You guys stay tuned.
R.I.P. the Prodigy. We're gonna do this. We gotta do this for real. That's a fact. Ain't none of y'all niggas can out-rap me. And that's on God. It's my song. There's a war going on outside, no man is safe from. The kids is killers, we gotta pray for him. Right. This man got shot, he got a spray for him. It's real. I'm way too smart to try to play dumb. I pray that the day come to killing subsides. I pray. And there's no drug dealers outside because the dealers decide that they gonna build buildings, make some billions, and keep the children alive. Now, if you feeling that vibe and you willing to ride, then let's build, dog. And stop killing for pride. These niggas living to die. I'm here to paint pictures with skills that build pyramids, still looking fly. I'm willing to die so my kids can live. Fuck picking sides, I'ma build the bridge. That's right. My niggas hungry, I'ma fill the fridge. And fuck talk, but show them how real it is. But it still appears I got the industry scared. Why? I make them listen when they hearing impaired. That what you hearing is rare. This is the voice of God. Listen, I don't get involved with these boys facades. They just talk and make noise for blogs. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid a charge. You niggas ain't ready to go to war with ours. You ain't good at war. Your face full with all these scars. I'm getting all these calls like, what's wrong with dude? Outpost, son, get a word, dog, is food. I'm like, chill. Gotta ignore these dudes, cause see in the end, we all gonna lose. Some in the grave, some going to prison. Just cause I let my ego make a decision. I'm working for the people, I'm finally making them listen. I'm staying facts. They say that I'm dissing, I just say that I'm different. I'm cut from a cloth that's so with principle. These niggas done lost that. He snitching and y'all want to endorse that. That before the sun, I gotta enforce that. Cause I was taught that you measure a man by when the weather get tough. You see whether he stand or whether he fold and he taking a stand. You know he ratting and you shaking his hand. I'm shaking my head cause I can't understand how y'all took fake shit and made it a brand. I took a hater and I made him a fan. I took a little boy and I made him a man. Cause I made him understand the streets is not laws. You're not ready to die, the streets is not for you. Man in the streets and speaking all on you. It's all side with these streets that got for you. Nah, I'm not preaching, dog, I'm trying to warn you. Cause if you sleep in these streets and they gon' mourn you, the feds all on you, the lights gon' blind you. You got pretty thought chicks trying to line you. I know you heard it before, but I remind you, the most dangerous one's right beside you. You know the Judas, watch how they deny you. Run until you plug, he the man, why he's supplying you. These streets is hard, these new niggas don't even believe in God. They believe in God, we trust, they scam and fraud. They take account numbers off their grandmother's cards. Bunch of lost niggas, swear they boss niggas. Then they get up north and straight up soft niggas. Mad quiet, scared to cough niggas. Right. Then they join gangs just to live off niggas. I swear to God. Stop me where I'm lying. It's a real nigga in the cell right now crying. Why? Cause he hearing this and he's shaking his soul. He made one mistake and he ain't coming home. There's a kid in the hood right now aiming his chrome. Another kid that's 20 that ain't gonna be grown. A little girl right now that's thinking she grown. Watch some R. Kelly nigga making her moan. I know that shit sound all the way foul. But it's real though. The whole culture is how we gonna heal though. I think it's time to destroy and rebuild. So decide what you
Pull myself together, put on a new face, climb down off the hilltop, baby. Oh, I get back in the race, cause I've got dreams, yeah, dreams to remember. Yeah, I've got dreams. My destiny rules everything around me. Dream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. Everybody put their palms in the clouds. Get your hands in the sky. It's not a problem to feel, y'all. Even if eyes broke as fuck, I will lend you my last so you can holler at me still. PMC in the place to be. On the MIC, still spitting that real. Yo, you know the limericks are limitless, not limited in sentiment, but increments of infinite potential in it seems. You can benefit from getting off of the internet for just a minute. It's a simple song you can sing or memorize. I mean, mimic it. When it hits the spirit, it pulls the heartstrings. Infamous and kindred, it's intrinsic when it's still in us from the genesis. And you remember to dream, just dream. That means you. I've got dreams to remember. I've got dreams, to remember. Yo, my determination runs every aspect. Mentally, I'm no dummy. Scholar got skill. Y'all can't take what I visualize from me. You pull the wool over my eyes. I swallowed the red pill. Even if eyes broke as fuck, I will lend you my last. You can holler at me still. Everybody put your palms in the clouds. Get them up in the sky. It's not a problem to feel. Aquarius in the stages of various schemes. Precariously I escape when I dream. Each scene should win an academy. Put it up on the screen. My strategy, Pharaoh's the king of queens. Who fiend for teens to view it as the new theme music. Use it to shape their futures when they daydream to it. Never elusive, never claim stupid. Lucid, who should produce this when you sing to it? And just dream. That means you. I've got dreams. You know I'm downright excellent about my skill to get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. I got you strung out on the music, so I'm sorta like a dealer to a junkie. Swallow that pill, y'all. Sometimes it rains in Southern Cali and Philadelphia ain't always sunny. Just keeping it real, y'all. Tell it Quali in the place to be. Yeah, you better believe. You already know the deal, yeah. 5 o'clock in the morning, just getting home from last night's performance. When I'm dead tired from touring, I hit the coffin. I'm like a vampire required to stay dormant. Out of the range of sunlight with a doubt to remain. I used to smoke so much weed that it clouded my brain. I took a break, had to find lights, meaning the gift. Without the smoke in my lungs, started dreaming again. I dreamed of candy-coated cars and panties that go with bras. Hurricanes named Sandy and Flip on the Noah's Ark. Police will bleed blue because they staying true to the uniform. And Dennis Rodman in North Korea looking for unicorns. Ridiculous. The truth is I'm one of the best. And when you snooze, that's when you meet the cousin of death. So when I say I never visit the cousin, I don't sleep. I stay awake to the ways of the world, cause shit is deep. Dream. I've got dreams to remember. I've got dreams, to remember. Dreams to remember.
Union head defends Nazi cop, calls BLM, Black Lives Matter, a pack of rabid animals. Last September, for instance, the president of Philadelphia Fraternal Order of Police, John McNesby, called one of his officers Nazi tattoos not a big deal. And at a Back the Blue rally last week, the protest of Philadelphia Mayor Jim Kenney's new policy of releasing the names of officers who shoot anyone while on duty. McNesby showed his support of an officer who fatally shot a 20-year-old black man in the back, calling those who protested that killing a pack of rabid animals. That was the Black Lives Matter. Ryan Pownell fatally shot David Jones, who ran from a traffic stop on June 8th. This marks the second time Pownell has shot a black man in the back as he was fleeing. In 2010, he shot Carnell Williams, Carney, who ran from cops while having an illegal gun on him. Williams Carney is now paralyzed. Jones is dead. After some Black Lives Matter activists exercised their First Amendment right to protest and protest the continued employment of any obviously poorly trained cop at best, McNesby continued to rally behind him. Wow, okay. On Thursday, McNesby called Black Lives Matter protesters animals. As those who study the importance of language know, designating other subhumans is the first step in having no remorse for cutting them down in cold blood. When you go to work each day, you shouldn't have to worry that a pack of rabid animals will suddenly show up at your home and openly threaten your family. These are not activists. They are racist hate groups determined to instigate violence. Officer Ian Hans Lichterman was caught on social media with what looked to be part of the official insignia of Adolf Hitler's Nazi party on his arm. In 2010, Lichterman's name showed up in a hacked database of visitors to neo-Nazi and white supremacist websites and research by the anti-fascist website, Philly Antifa, shows photos of Lichterman dressed up as a Nazi to participate in historical reenactments. Of this guy, McNesby said, "I've seen the tattoo photo. It's an eagle, not a big deal." Mayor Kinney, however, called the tattoo deeply offensive. The Nazi is still policing the streets of Philadelphia. As I was saying, what's going on now? They're basically breaking this whole racism thing. Is in steps. Okay, it was when it was first it was introduced. Okay, introduced this shit or whatever. It's like, what the fuck? But then once you introduce it, okay, damn. Then you institute that shit. Okay, it's instituted. We all know it's woven into the fabric of this goddamn country. All right, they know it. So now what they're doing, they're so bold with it now. They're actually coming out without the fucking hoods. Hey, we all know the uniform, that is the new uniform. That's the new KKK uniform. That badge is the new crown. Okay? And now it's so bad, you got chiefs of police and fucking congressmen and shit and politicians actually just coming out of their fucking mouth. Just straight out with it. They don't give a damn. Exactly, because look what they got up at top with the gold tip and the propeller. He gave him the green light. It's on and cracking. Now, me personally, I know what's going to happen for my family. I got that. All right, we already working on shit. But for the rest, I don't too much think that we need to waste a lot of time on trying to fight and make these fools change their mind. Fuck that. I don't care. You can be racist. I don't need you to change your damn mind. I'm gonna go on and do what I gotta do. Just leave me the fuck alone. But it works for one, but you need numbers. When you're trying to do stuff like this, you need fucking numbers. You just can't have, I'm gonna go over here and we straight. Because if you might be straight, but now you've basically created a prison for yourself, because this shit is hitting the fan right now as we speak. And when it really gets to the point where folks are running around in the fucking streets because it done got that crazy, you've created a prison for yourself, because we didn't get the numbers up. So now not only do you have the white folks out there trying to fuck your shit up, but now you got the desperate black folks that's running crazy, trying to get in your shit. They ain't mean no harm, but they're so fucking desperate. Yeah. They're trying to get into your shit. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, well, we need to so. No, it's too late for that now. Then to get together. Now is the time, before some shit happens. Okay, you don't try to close the door once the dog got out the house, right? You ain't trying to lock the doors and all that shit. The motherfucker's out. It's too late. Now is when we need to do all this. Now is when we start making plans and putting them plans into action. Okay?
Sheeta.
Bay. What's good? What'd you say, Marcus? Huh?
Sheeta.
Yo, now I don't know how many people, we mentioned it before last week about the cop that pulled the lady over, the white lady. He pulled the white lady over, and she was scared to death. She put her hands up on the windshield. I mean, on the steering wheel. She wouldn't put them down, and she explained to the officer that she was scared. She didn't want to be shot because the cops have been killing a lot of people lately. He explained to her she had nothing to worry about. Had nothing to worry about because she's not black.
We only kill niggers around here.
Yeah. We only shoot black people. Georgia cop assures woman during traffic stop. It was a mere traffic stop, but the driver was clearly nervous, telling the police officer that she was worried that if she moved her hand, she would be shot. Then the cop, Greg Abbott, tried to assure her, but you're not black. Remember, we only shoot black people. Yeah, we only shoot black, right. We only shoot black people. Right? The shocking words of the Cobb County, Georgia police officer caught on dash cam video during the DUI stop have led the department to open an internal investigation into the incident, which happened last year. Chief confirmed Abbott will be fired. I don't know what is in his heart, but I know what came out of his mouth. Richard said, we recommended that he be terminated, and we are moving forward on that. Now, the reason why I brought that up and the reason why I'm actually talking about it is because it's conflicting, because I've heard other stories come out saying that he's going to go ahead and just retire. Well, in an instant like that, that is a terminating offense, okay? If you're going to get terminated, if they're going to terminate him, that retirement shit's out the window.
Exactly.
That you for something like this, you got fired for this kind of shit, your pension is done. Straight up. All them years, 28 years, it went down the line, down the drain. Okay? Now, I think he stopped her for a DUI. I think his ass was probably drinking too. But at the same time, that guy there, the reason why I'm looking at it really, really close is because it goes along with what we've been talking about the whole time. These people never see the inside of courts for doing any of this shit. This dude talking about we only shoot black people. I wonder how many he shot. How many black people, how many notches on his belt does he have? But it goes into what I just said. This is how bold they are with it now. There's no damn, we don't like your black ass. And because we got the guy with the gold tipped hat with the propeller on it, we can do what the fuck we want to do. Now we can actually say what we want to say, do what we want to do, and if you don't comply, matter of fact, we just do what the fuck we want to do. You're complying, don't make a damn bit of difference. So, to people like myself, to people like a lot of our supporters, action. This is the time for us to actually take action, and time is running out. We've been talking about this for months on the show. Like, man, we need to put. We got a small plan in place now, but like I said, we need to sit down with certain individuals, and so we can hash out the details and figure out exactly, what's going on, how we're going to make this thing work. But most definitely, it has to happen. We have to do it ourselves. We have to do our own shit. We have to break off and do our own fucking thing, because this shit is about to become the Badlands. These motherfucking cops are running around now. Cops, not just the ones on the streets, but you got the motherfucking chiefs. Straight up. They don't give a fuck. And no, nobody's doing anything to him about it. Now, that guy there, that chief said he's going to get fired. We're going to terminate him. Yeah, but I haven't seen a headline come across say that he has been actually terminated. Exactly. So you said that on face, but then, okay, good, he's going to get terminated. And everybody leaves it alone. Exactly. They don't say anything else about the shit. But then you look up, that dude actually didn't get terminated. They let him resign. Or they'll say, wait. What do you mean he still get his? Well, he resigned before we could terminate him. So legally, we had to, since he resigned, we had to give him his pension. No, dude. Again, you didn't even slap him on the wrist. No kind of conviction, no kind of fucking nothing. Now his ass will probably end up as a technical advisor to somebody else on another damn police force somewhere. Same shit.
Checked and served my ass.
But hell, if you notice, they actually have a lot of their rebel flags. They're popping up all over the place. Oh, yeah. Like they're setting up their stations while we're sitting here chasing the fools that don't want to listen, don't want to hear, have nothing to do with what we're talking about. Fuck that. The people that do, we need to concentrate on, because people are setting up shop as we speak. All right, they're setting up shop. They're training their youngins. They're training everybody. They're getting everything straight. We need to do the same. I mean, I know people kind of like, I don't know, man. When he talking like that, man, them people gonna come in here and they're gonna shut it down. They go, you know what? Fuck all that. If your ass is scared, get the fuck on somewhere. Get on down the street with Uncle Betty some damn where. I ain't got time for that shit. What's going on now? They're preparing right now. And they are so bold as to come out and say shit like that. We kill black people. We don't kill white people. A Nazi tattoo? It's no big deal. What? No. Just an eagle. Really? With a swastika in the middle of the motherfucking dog. With the lightning bolts. The red ones. You know, the ones got red on them and to kill somebody, right? It's not a big deal. You know what it's not because you're a fucking Nazi your damn self. All that is telling us we better get our shit straight. Straight up. No bullshitting around. No fucking around. We need to get our shit straight. And I do know there are some that are down, straight up down. So we're going to hook up with those people and we're going to find us, we're going to make us up a plan because this is some bullshit. One, I'm not letting my folks go. It's not happening. Oof. Who thought we were back in the 50s and 60s? 40s even. Peace.
Well, it's the low down and I'm low key. I get you loose like the deuce OZ. Niggas know me, cause I'm a king like T. Make you run like D. MC like A. Keep it real like B. From Cypress Hill, I might just fill your ass with the lead. Explode to the next episode, code red. Danger, exit, homicide. Word to mama, I'd say the drama slide. If you want your life to be short like two. Cause what you gonna do when I come to jack you? Siren sound, double barrel shotty, let off a round. Catch your body, leave your ass on the ground. 357, fuck a 911 Carol. What you looking at, the sword off double barrel. Shoot 'em up, mine on the slammer. Roll up on you, make you run your shit, fuck the glamour. So pop a squat, go and drop a shot on your fool. It really don't matter, in your bladder got the tool. Drive about 45 to make your ass jump as I cruise up the block and let your system suck. Right now. Don't shut down on the player. You got to give a pound to a player. Don't shut down. Well, just the uptown bandit, Mr. Lashley, Blau, AKL, I'm a blast G, back in Benigno. I was a wino, what's yours is mine, yo, I sneak it from behind slow. Before you think to make your move, that's when I break the rules and I'll snake your jewels. Give it to you how you want it, cause I'm blunted as I roll with my Colo goalie. I got the bankroll, who got the bank? I'm in this thinking because of the liquor that I drank. I don't think that's something that I really want to do, so I bounce with my crew, kick it with my crew for a few boys and blue on the pad, trying to harass, but I got my mind on some cash. Don't shut down on the player. You got to give a pound to a player. Don't shut down on the player. You got to give a pound to a player. Don't shut. Well, it's the trigger happy, no money bum. I can't hack it. Pack a heater, niggas think I need a straight jacket. Fuck a rubber room, catch a flower. After that, another boom, Mr. Doom. Assume you'll catch a wound, Mr. Raz. The dirty, the more, the quick to stick your up a soul, niggas. I do the zig with my nigga Big Hill. Up the keys, get your hands off the wheel. Cause that's how I feel, I keep it real for the pride. I was having fun till my boy died on the joyride. Don't shut down on the player. You got to give a pound to the player. Don't shut down on the player. You got to give a pound to the player. Don't shut down on the player. You got to give a pound to the player. Don't shut down on the player. You got to give a pound to the player. You heard it ain't
Oh, we saw something that it was more like, for me, it was more like like actually what, no, I don't know how to describe it, but I'm just going to say this. The Black Gay Pride celebration. Now, we know that the LGBT community, they have their parade and all that every year or whatever. But what got me about this is now it's actually, with this is the Black Gay Pride. So now they've broken off now. Okay? They've broken off, and now they have their own gay pride celebration, the black folks, which is telling me, just like back when Willie Lynch was explaining to the slave owners, look, if you institute my program of how to make a slave, okay, and if it's done correctly, then this thing will be spinning on its axis by itself. Okay, that's the target is for us to have it spinning on its own axis. So we can we have to get hands on. Leave that they know to get the fuck up and they know to submit. Stuff that went down in between, well, it's all after us, okay, and they're brutalizing the fuck out of us and shipping 3/4 off to the damn prisons and whatnot, and taking education, okay. They sick onto it. So okay. All this gay shit. Okay, now it's to the point that they're not part. Our own kids, we continue to build our own nation. They don't want that. They're going through every length possible to stop us from building our own nation. This includes now get at the people. It's to the point now, all of us out here that are on that's listening to the station, or whoever's listening to the station. I know us up in here, we're not normal. We're not considered normal anymore. We're considered
queers.
I guess be taboo now. It was taboo when if you were gay and that lifestyle or whatever. People were like, what? They stayed in the closet. It was like, oh, they had their little communities, blah blah blah. And weird. go out and shit. What the fuck? That's my wife. What the fuck are you talking about? You guys are married. Yeah. That's considered the norm now. And they do it in the TV screens. The little bitty kid up through the super sitcoms, whatever you have, it's there. Instagram, social media, it's all fucking there. And it's presented as being normal. Because they want us, no, we want them to think that that is normal. Get them all like that. Now we got their minds. They're all fucked up. They're all confused. He's a dude, but he looks like a woman. Then next year I had was that I'm not a dude or a man. I can transform in between. What the fuck? God damn.
Informer.
Oh Lord, Lord and Lord and Lord and Lord.
Gay former. Now look, hey, I'm gonna say this, man, to the black folks. Title of the show, Right and Wrong. All right. To you cats that's out there, man, because we got enough going on as is. We got the cats with the gay community that's really in full court press, man. We got the damn police in full court press. We got the damn government full court press. To get all people of color about the country. Plus, they done sick their damn hound dogs on us, and now they done turned and got that gay community popping, and now them motherfuckers is on us. Okay, then you got those of us that's in this community that's still with the regular shit. Okay, we got to get our brothers and sisters stronger than this shit, man. Because I'm sick of seeing and hearing motherfuckers making excuses for doing dumb shit. I mean, really. You got to provide for your family. I got that. Hey, man, I got that. But you got those motherfuckers out there that's using the excuse of, I got to feed my kids, man. I got to get my grind on, man. I got to grind. I got to get up. I got to eat, man. Me and my boys got to eat. They all, because that shit sounds cool. You know what I'm saying? You talking grimy. You talking rough and all that. And really, you out there selling shit. They're killing off your goddamn people. And you doing shit because you want to shine. You really ain't thinking about feeding your fucking family and shit. I mean, I understand, you know, if you really trying to grind to feed your damn family, you trying to find some goddamn work somewhere. If you ain't, you the motherfucker that's out there talking all that. You the one riding around with the fancy cars, rim sounds, all that, fly clothes, jewelry. You selling. Think about your finances. Job. What you make from that job, can you afford that house you in? No, you can't afford that bitch. Because selling them goddamn drugs and all the rest of this other bullshit you selling, okay, it's got a shelf life. All right? It's a short one. One of the two places you're going to end up, in the ground or behind them damn bars, and they making money off your punk ass. Because you was being grimy and shit, and you was trying to eat and all that other shit you talking about. The cat that's out there real about his shit. You do what the fuck you gotta do. Now, mind you, I'm not that dude that's sitting up here pointing fingers and ain't been there. I understand what it is to get out there. But you still don't let go and get a job. Mind is why people they don't want to pay you shit. How about you put some of them ideas in your fucking head to work? How about you build and make your own fucking business? Make your own damn money. Start making some of your own fucking rules. These are the things I'm talking about. We know the difference between right and wrong. All the time you out there woofing, talking about this and that, and you got to feed your family. Nah, fuck that, son. Nah, shit. Okay, you know what, dude? Then when you come home from jail, you want a motherfucker throw you a party. So kiss my ass.
For what?
Dude's killing with that shit. You want me to throw you a party? For what? You haven't been productive in the last 6 years, bruh. You ain't been out here. You ain't been helping me struggle. Oh, because you came home. But that's society, and that's how these white folks got black folks believing. That's how crazy it is. They got black folks believing that it's some cool shit to get locked down. You get your stripes, you get locked down. You's a hard ass nigga. If you get locked down, you come out, yeah, you got respect. Man, I respect the motherfucker that's out there getting up off his ass every day and grinding out there on a regular fucking stiff, making his money and fucking supporting his family. I support that cat, and I respect that motherfucker that's out there using his damn mind to create ways to make that money. Not necessarily relying on the white man to give it to him. Mind you, you have to, at some point, you got to get you a job, whatever. But that does not mean you have to stand that motherfucker for the remainder. Go and get that bitch, get your little cheese so you can keep them lights on and pay your bills and shit. But your mind ain't got to stop working. You want to do these ideas you got in your head, do them, build on them shits. Stay there until you can get your shit straight and build. If it's something that you want to do and you don't know how to do it, go somewhere to somebody's school and get training behind it. Learn how to fucking do it. Once you get taught how to do it, get out of that bitch and build on that shit. But I'm sick of these goddamn fools out here all day with the same shit. Look on the damn social media, look in the videos, look on TV. Want to smoke out the goddamn mouth and got a damn bottle of fucking $180 fucking Mad Dog. Excuse me? That shit is $5 in the store, G. But because you saw that rap over there on TV drinking it, and in that place he in is selling for fucking $300. Now you think you made it? It's $5 in the liquor store, bruh. You fucking fool, clown, follower. Stop following, man, and start leading. Man, your kids are looking at y'all. Yeah, that shit just had me pissed. I had to get that off my chest, man. Because I'll be cussing out the white folks all day and putting them on blast and shit, but at the same time, then because we're all fucked up ourselves. Let's keep it real.
Well, breaking news. We'll talk about a fucked up person. Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh, this dude.
He gets to play this Sunday, but they upheld the 6-game suspension. Yeah.
That don't make sense worth a damn. But I think
they said due to timing. Been going through the appeal process and he's been practicing as if he's gonna play.
You know, I think that's some Jerry Jones having a effect. He's really going there pushing his weight around because he has a lot of power. And I think he's pushing his weight around, get that first game out the way, and hopefully people will forget that shit. And then come the second game, slide him in there, or the third game, somewhere in between that 6-game suspension, they should kind of slide him in there. I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to break, because you got a lot of white folks out there. They're like, man, we just can't drop the suspension, let him play. He's a nigga. He beat on a white girl. He beat her ass. He got to pay. So they just can't, if it would have been a black girl, they wouldn't give a fuck.
He learned from OJ.
Those white girls,
Ray Rice.
You know, they let the white boys go, but them black dudes, you gonna pay, nigga.
Ocho Cinco. She wasn't even damn white.
But like I said, to the brother that's out there getting it and getting the millions, if you're stupid about it, man, fuck you. When they catch up with your dumb ass, they catch up with your dumb ass. All right. I personally think that maybe we can start some type of businessman firm. Anybody know something about that? Call me up, let me know. But I was thinking something about starting up some kind of consulting firm to catch some of these young kids coming out of high school, going into college, coming out of college, going into high school, going into the pros, decide and say, hey, check this out, dude. Look, this is what it is. Okay? You're going to come into a shitload of money really, really, really fast. This thing is going to come at you fast and hard. There are going to be people coming at you because you have large sums of money. Okay? And there's going to be people making decisions for you, have you doing shit, and you really don't know what the fuck is going on. You need to take a breather, step back. But ain't nobody, none of them people, these kids alone. These are kids. How do you go from the hood So all of a sudden now, you motherfucker, you got millions of dollars flowing through your hands. And they know that's how they're gonna do. Hey man, give all this goddamn money. We know exactly what they're gonna blow. We're gonna get everything we gotta get out of them. And when we get done with them, kick their ass up out of here. They're gone. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put all this fucking shit, this money in their hands, and then we're gonna direct them to the place they can go spend it. So they're gonna give it back to us. That same $1 million that we gave him this year, he spent $750,000 on it at my car lot over there. It's a nasty, nasty game, but nobody's telling these cats about none of this shit. In the music industry, nobody telling these cats about none of this shit, man. They going there getting duped. Going there, people think you balling, but everything you got on is rented or leased. You know what I'm saying? You a bought vaudeville act or some shit. Looking crazy. Woo! All right now. All right. I mean, and look, I'm saying all that, man, to say this. There's enough of us out here to where we can start our own shit. I mean, I know some people that have started their own shit and they're doing their own fucking thing, really, and having some success at doing it. This whole station here shit, man, people are like, man, how the hell did you do that? Hey, man, trust me. It was some work involved, but hey, if you got the determination and it's something that you really want to fucking do and you can see it, it can happen. Bottom line, we're still working on transportation because we're about to take this shit on the road. And we're going to come start seeing some of y'all people that's out here supporting us. We're going to come to y'all town. But I had to say that, man, because I'm getting really sick of all of it. The white people, we know what they're doing. We know all of that. But then our own goddamn people, we got to shed off and fight our own damn people because they're attacking us. You know what I'm saying? We got a short window to actually get out before it actually closes, and then let all these motherfuckers that's left in that shit consume each other. But we need to make sure we get this shit done and do it right and get out before it's too damn late. You guys take it easy until Thursday. Real Hip Hop Heads Conscious Radio signing out. Peace.
Oh yeah, he's gaming on you, girl. So look out now. Ooh, wait, here he comes. Once upon a time called now is where it all begins. You see, as the clock thickens and your heartbeat quickens. My sister, look out. Here comes the big gabber, and he's better than the Mad Hatter. Selling dreams, climbing Jacob's ladder. Your life will shatter, cause it don't matter to him. He's out to get some trim. Can't let him in or you'll get done in. So stop, don't let him run up on ya, cause all he wants to do is bone ya. He's gaming on ya. Oh yeah, he's gaming on ya, girl. Yeah. Can't you see, he's gaming on ya. I keep playing games. He's gaming on ya. Oh, you know. Ow, gaming on ya. What verse you get this game? Like, treat you like shit. All he wants is the butt. Your boots are juicing. Ooh, guess what? He's gaming on ya. Word up. So how in the hell do you let yourself go and get played again? You know it wants the skins. Calling you honey when it means something. It ain't funny. No, me, I don't trust nothing. Yeah. Gaming on ya. Gaming on ya. Big pat. Young and dumb and trying to get over. Swift with the tongue and bubbling like soda. So play like you don't know, then you won't go out like underarm odor. You need to get a grip and think about the shit you're doing, or it won't be too long before your reputation's ruined. Look at you now, you're being taken and don't have a clue. There's a sucker born every minute, right? True. So check out how it's going down. Slipping and dipping you all around. He's gaming on ya. Yeah, he's gaming on ya. Gaming on ya. Can't you see?
baby, 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 please don't let him tell you off or sell you off. You're better off without him. Don't give a damn about him. Ain't nothing dope about him. He's gaming on you. Gaming on ya. He's gaming on ya. Gaming on ya. He's gaming on ya. That's right, gaming on ya. Oh yeah, gaming on ya. He's gaming on ya. He's gaming on ya. Gaming on ya. Gaming on ya. Yeah, he's gaming on ya. Yes, gaming on ya. That boy is gaming on ya. Gaming on ya. Gaming on ya. He's gaming on ya. He's gaming on ya. Gaming on ya. Gaming on ya.
This is Real Hip Hop Heads, Conscious Radio Show. Real Hip Hop Heads.